Alright, I'm out here with Mr. Hollis. You remember him? And we're going to put this frickin' 70 horse on this big ass John boat. We're going to have to build this transom up. Somebody cut it down. Get a plate made to fit on there. Beef it up. Go home, do some homework on this Johnson Power Shift 2. Find out what the wiring schematic is. Get the wiring for the power tilt and trim unit and figure out what the hell is going on here, because we're just kind of running blind right now with all these wires hanging out. Pain in the ass. Alright, so there's the 55. Wow, beauty, it's a beauty. Alright baby, it's This Old Outboard, the 1968 Johnson 20 horse. Anyway, my parts came in. And we're gonna get these things put on. That's my packing washers for the carb. Alright, let's see, what do I got here in my magic potion? Ooh, look at that puppy. Oh wow, man. Look at that needle right there, baby. I've done this before, like I said. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I've never used anything that looked this good, that made this stuff come out looking like this. Never, ever. Okay, let's get these packing washers unpacked. No, my name is not Donald. Yeah, kind of a joke. Now, I had a guy the other day, I think he said he had a 40 horse and packing washers and the packing nut and this and that. And the books told him to just do it finger tight, which is fine. And then he said, but it kept vibrating loose. So I said, well, do it finger tight, give it a little extra. Screw it down, screw it out, 1.5, whatever you want to go by, whatever the book says. And then hold on to it, take your wrench and snug it down. But you don't want it super tight where you can't turn your needle by hand. Okay, pull the starter off so I can get the carb on. Also, I got to get this ground wire on here, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have a no start situation with the electric starter without this power head being grounded to the plate. And see if I can do this kind of the opposite way I took it out, because I was struggling with those linkage pieces. Alright, so here's what I'm doing. Here's your linkage piece coming down from the roller follower, the cam follower. And then here's the shaft that goes through and opens your butterfly. So what I'm doing is setting up my timing, link and sync, whatever you want to call it. And the roller is at the end of the cam, the far right end. So as the roller comes around, you can see the linkage will start to move first, right there. Then you'll see, because there's always a little bit of slop in these things, then you'll see the shaft start to open right there. I'm thinking it might have been too slow to see it, but I'll wiggle it back and forth. See the shaft moving? Okay. So just as the shaft is starting to open, boom, there it's closed. Boom. Just as the shaft is starting to open right there at that point, boom, you see my roller right between my two marks on the cam. Now, I'm only going to assume that's where that carburetor should start opening. I'm going to check the book, the manual. Go to boatinfo.no. Any manual you need is on there. Some of these is right before, some of them is right in the middle. I'm going to assume this is right in the middle. If it's different, then I'll change it back. And there's two adjustments on this thing. One adjustment is under here, under the cam. There's a little nut on this end and a little nut on this end. And this thing will pivot in and out to take up any space. But what I noticed on this thing was after time, and you can see the dents in this thing, after time, you know, metal fatigue, this puppy right here was bent, in my opinion, a little bit. So I bent it back a little bit to meet the cam, instead of pulling the cam out to meet the roller. Now, if I need to do any more tweaking, then I've got the cam to work with. I can pull that out just a hair if I need to. That should be good on my Link and Stink. We're in forward gear, coming around full. I mean, you can't get any fuller frickin' throttle than that. It's on the tip of that corner of that cam. And I think you can see that right there. And let's look inside and see what that damn butterfly looks like. She look right on the money to me. Back you up a little bit. You want her just horizontal. The camera's a little high, so it doesn't look quite horizontal. Let me back up on the handle a little bit here. Boom. There it comes around full throttle right there, baby. Perfect. Can't turn the handle anymore. And like I said, man, we're right on the corner tip of that puppy. Right there. Ooh. Yeah, there was a lot of this shit in there, dust, crust, loose. Oh, I've got new plugs too I gotta put in there. Where in the hell are they? Oh no! Oh no! That's an easy fix. They just had this thing stuffed in there. Alright, so it's coming out the water tube. Let's do a little reverse here. Got this hose hooked up to the water tube. Boom, baby. Right there. Fast, too. So I'm going to get this spark plug wire fixed. And we want this puppy to plug in like this. So we want that barb going in on this side. Boom, baby. I sprayed a little bit of WD in there. The only thing is, it's covering up the #1 plug tag here. Let's see if I can move this. There we go. So this is cool. While I was digging around for my J4C plugs I've been saving, I ran into this old kill switch. And I remember this thing, and I had it all wired up and everything, but I never had a nut that would fit it. The regular nuts that fit all these Johnson Evinrude would not fit this thing. So I scratched it, went and bought one at the store. Well, rummaging around, see if you can see down there, I found this plastic nut, took the stupid tap and tapped it a few times and got it to fit. And just threw a giant washer back there and a thin washer up here. Bing, bang, boom, baby. Cool. Well, I don't see anything sparking or burning or melting. Alright, let's give it a shot, see what happens. I hope she works, baby. Ah, shit. I think that's a ground. I've got everything freaking grounded that I know of. The dreaded click. This thing is grounded all over the place. I've got the ground wire here going to the battery, ground wire here going to the pan, ground wire coming off the solenoid to the bracket. So the battery's reading 12.69. Let's see what happens when I dump this thing. It's just going down to 12.57. I get the jumper cables and see if the starter's good. Starter works. There it goes. Is it the switch? Or is it the solenoid? See that? Whack the solenoid and it started. Huh. When in doubt, give it a couple whacks. Let's see right now. Let's see. Boom. So, crappy connection on the switch, crappy connection in the solenoid. Working now.
Oh yeah, baby. Next time on This Old Outboard.
Come back here, bitch. See if it works. Come on, baby. One more choke. Oh, I can't do this. Jesus Christ. Watch out, snakes. Choke is closed. I mean open.
Oh yeah, baby, you know the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.